Here in my minivan listening to the Rolling Stones like any good middle-aged white person. And I started thinking about the workman's comp. And a little bit earlier today, I had read some of the comments on my workman's comp video from yesterday about it costing so much and being just a hassle for a one-man company. And Joe said he filed for an exemption. So I started thinking about that. I was like, you know what? I think the biggest issue that I had was I don't technically have to have workman's comp because I haven't had it, but I had to have it as required by some contractors. So I looked it up, and there's some guidelines for workman's comp, and usually it's going to apply to companies that have 3 or more employees. That's what I found. So technically, it looked like I don't have to have it unless it's just somebody's preference, because I read on, and my wife found some passages in the North Carolina government, the rigmarole of the government literature, found that I didn't have to have it for working with a contractor either. It said, and then they weren't liable as well, is what it says. So it says they're only liable for their employees that work directly for them. So I thought, well, that's good. So I contacted because there was a particular job I wanted to do, and it was a contractor running the job. And for me to work on that job, I would have to pay $1,600 for this workman's comp insurance, when it would have killed most of my profit. There would have been a little bit left over, but by the time I paid, Palace was going to come help me with the job. By the time I paid him too, I'd be doing the job for break it even, just for the, luxury of having workman's comp, which I likely wouldn't have used again for the rest of the year. So I put an email into the company, sort of explained where I was coming from, and told them that here's a location in the North Carolina government website. So we're going to see. I sent that email out several hours ago. Hopefully I get that back pretty soon. I'd like to do the job, because I've quoted, and Curtis will love this, I've quoted a nice Ameristar split system. The house is being flipped and resold, so I figured it'd be a perfect job for Ameristar. It's going to be a glorious video if I do get the job and get to put in Ameristar. So y'all stay tuned. I'll keep you updated on this, what they say. This is more of a small business blog, but we need to have a little bit of small business every now and then. So I'll let you know what they say. I just wanted to keep you all up to date with my thinking, and if you were wondering the same thing about workman's comp, there's some questions answered for some of you out there, I hope.